go stop to my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, no timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Tryna hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Yeah. Booming this like Metro. Groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog, I ain't talking about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, die on, set my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't getting money, been Frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up on the family. Be talking to that at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. Then I'm God, she me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. I move to the back like an athlete. Got a little buzz, but these zippers don't chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet. Independent, man, these can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy, a crib with a leg and a whip for my granny. I ain't never had me no plan B. Look at me now, got a problem, get at me.
Tonight, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's a special Thanksgiving night presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field. Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here in Seattle. What a great Thanksgiving of football it's been so far. CD also let me have the last piece of apple pie. That was very nice. It's a rarity. All of this is a rarity. All three of our games, divisional games on this Thanksgiving CD. And it wraps up here with the Niners and the Seahawks.
And I did not let you have the last piece of apple pie. If I'd known it was there, I would have eaten it myself. So, hey, that's how it works between the two of us. I'm just excited about this game because when these two get together, it's usually a really good one. Remember, they met in the wild card last year in Santa Clara. San Francisco won, and they play again in about 2 weeks. Let's go ahead and kick this one off.
The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Connects with Kittle underneath. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with... And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Throwing now is Geno. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Smith. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant, 34 yards. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, we're dry. And now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 174, just one shy of Emmitt Smith in second place. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Here is 3rd and 5. Purdy now to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Rolling to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing is Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Seattle, and even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 12 carries, 66 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 175, tying Emmitt Smith for second most all time. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
But now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. 3rd and 3. Here's Purdy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Smith throwing again. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now Purdy. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Throwing here, Purdy. Connects. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Purdy. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Down to about the 45.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. This is Samuel. And the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up?
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. He'll look. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Now Smith. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. End zone caught. Touch. Tyler Lockett, 49 yards. And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the 1st quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up. I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Shotgun now with Purdy. And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. This will be fielded at the 17. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing they're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Purdy looking to throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here's Smith now on second down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Niners set to take over on offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Samuel going to go in motion right. And he's going to handle it on the touch pass. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
Has a nice job there defensively being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 176, moving him past Emmitt Smith and into 2nd place all time. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. And the 49er first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Powering his way forward. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, San Francisco.
In motion, Slayton. McCaffrey running up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
At the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Here's the option.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on fourth down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
This is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw, Smith. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are pouring it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. And Debo going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to the 39. Off the ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is taken at the 15.
A good head down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Smith.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Smith. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Drake Jackson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance. 2nd and 10, Smith again. High throw, but the catch is made.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
On third down, here's Purdy.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Purdy to throw it on first down. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Now a 2nd and 2. Purdy from the gun. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On third down, it's Purdy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Kohlman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Once again, hope everyone out there has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Settling down now to watch Thursday night football. Let's take a look ahead to what's coming here on the rest of this holiday weekend. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they'll have to contend with the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. More good stuff later in the afternoon. One being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the LA Rams. Finally on Monday night, Cyber Monday. Put the credit card away and settle in for Bears and Vikings from U.S. Bank Stadium. It was a former comeback player of the year, Geno Smith, who was sharp in the first half. He had a half for the ages, touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. as a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive where you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped.
And got his man complete. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 72 yards. And the Seahawks just continue to roll. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Purdy. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown.
Derek Young.
1 yards.
And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Ray McCloud to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Back to throw. Purdy. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Purdy. This one to Slayton over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Back to throw. Purdy. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Operating from the gun, Purdy.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at the 33.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now Gino on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 46 yards.
And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
147 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right?
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Drake Jackson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out to his left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Geno. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Drake Jackson in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 40 yards. And the Seahawks are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Seahawks, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players? Nope.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Noah Fant, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Draymond Jones, his second sack of the night.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Purdy now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Open man is Juwan Jennings.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his left.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, Smith. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. On 1st down, Purdy.
Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here's Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers 1st down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Purdy. He'll get it.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. It's a big play there for Seattle, and even 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Geno now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Niners set to take over on offense. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Purdy now on second down. That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Second and 12. Throwing here, Purdy.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And now third down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Purdy now on third and goal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the move to his left.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Smith throwing again. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Purdy looking to throw.
And that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to the air on second down, Purdy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Steps away. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Geno out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and gets...
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball. and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Purdy.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The end result, 21 yards. Smith going to throw it.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Shotgun now with Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Shreds him with a stiff arm. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are going to to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like bat.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Seahawks, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with...
I ain't tripping, this is easy, got them excited to meet me, I got diamonds, you got CZs, wake up, get to it and repeat, hey, I ain't hearing nothing hate to say, let them talk about us, my whole crew is about 100 deep, gotta walk around us, I kill it and then I walk away, put the chalk around it, I just get low key and watch them talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. That hop in the whip, that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm no money, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2. I ain't tripping.
Yeah. Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline.
Point 'em out, point 'em out, point 'em out, point 'em out. been going hard from the night into the daylight. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get